This is part 2 of the interview given by Magnolia Cooksey, the classmate to Emmett Till. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Okay. Okay, you were talking again about seeing the body and seeing the whole body. Tell me that again.
Well, as I mentioned before, seeing Emmett laying in a couch form casket was overwhelming for me personally, because I saw Emmett sitting straight up on my mother's porch, full form, laughing and jovial, beautiful olive complexion young man. And here I'm standing over a couch covered casket with a glass over his face and looking like the freak from the lagoon. And it was just that, is this really true? Because we did have, like I said before, in those years, my family, we're fortunate to have had a television. But it was very overwhelming to see this. It's almost like it was from a mystery, science fiction comic book. To see this is not Emmett laying here, and to see these people on TV down south in Mississippi saying that because this young man whistled at my wife. Well, you would think, did Emmett do this in jest? Because we do, like I said, we used to tease and play, not knowing the end result, that you would be a mummified character.
I know in school many of you wasn't taught about the whole whistle situation. In the Mamie Till interview that I also have featured on the channel, I will be sure to tag it in this video. She goes into detail what the whistle was about. So if you are interested in that video, be sure to click it. It'll be attached.
And that your friends would be looking at you from this perspective. And it's very, it was very hurting.
Mm-hmm. Just a couple quick more questions. Talk to me about watching it on TV. I mean, it must have, one of the things that I think is important about the Emmett Till case was that it was on TV and people all over the country could see the South and could see what was done to him. So talk a little bit about did it feel, how did it feel to see this person that you knew and this whole, all these people from Chicago involved in this huge case in the South? Did you ever watch any of it on TV? Did you see the verdict when they said they were not guilty on TV?
Yes, we saw the verdict. My girlfriends and I, and probably our parents, we saw the verdict, and it was not, well, of course, we said that that's down south. That's the reason why a lot of people are afraid to go down south, because of just what they said. You kill a 14 to 15-year-old young man because we were saying liar. I mean, because we thought, if he did do it, we were saying he was joking, but we couldn't think that anyone could be so cruel as to take a wheel of a wagon and just tie it to your body and just murder you. And just what was going on in your mind? What were you on? What type of person are you about because someone whistled at your wife, or your girlfriend? Stay in your place, young black man, stay in your place. Well, what did she do?
Let's be honest, I know many people didn't get to experience something like this on TV. So let me know in the comments, what is the most disturbing thing that you got to witness on TV?
No. So again, the anger, but we did not fight or anything else. That was the way we took it.
Mm-hmm. Let's cut for a minute.
Yes. We have.
So I was saying that back, in those days, there was a real difference between the, like the music of 1954 and the music of 1955, because it seemed like rock and roll was just starting.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that. You're saying you had the Oxford shoe, and
yes, we had the Oxford. We had the Oxford shoes, and we were doing the bop. That's the bebop. And it depends upon what record you were playing, because I know Smokey Robinson was out, James Brown was out, and then you had the Dick Clark show. Because I remember, I don't know if Emmett was no, I don't think he was in this particular group, but my group, I even went on American Bandstand. and we just danced and had fun. Again, wearing the flared skirt with the crinolines underneath, and we danced and again I said laughter. We had dance, slow dancing, the 55 Chevrolets, 56 Buick Centuries, and things of that nature. The cars. And
Was,
we would go
was,
to
was rock and roll something new?
rock and roll. I'd have to see what artists you would be speaking of, because we danced to everything. We were dancers. We were danced. We had the Strand Hotel. We had the Basin Street, and we had the Grand Ballroom. We had a lot of dancing. We could do Chicago Budland. We were all. I remember us going peeping at Wilt Chamberlain. He came in town playing basketball around that time. I think it was Wilt Chamberlain. I'm not sure, but I just know that we all danced in the different kind of music, not the raps. We didn't know anything about rap.
Help me understand you just a little bit better. She go on and get to talking about the different genres of music and basketball players. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite genre of music? What is it that you love to listen to? Why do you listen to? Meaning, do you listen to certain things when you clean? Do you listen to certain things when you're just relaxing? And is there a particular type of music that you do not like? And also let me know why. And what is your favorite sport?
So what did you wear? Tell me again what you wore.
Well, I would wear flared skirts with the crinoline underneath. You must have the crinoline. And I remember this pink felt skirt I had with a poodle that was macrame on the skirt. My Oxford had to match my shoes. I had black and white Oxfords, red Oxford, brown and beige Oxfords. And the fellas would wear their jeans and their little striped T-shirts. Spiegel was the best. You get 3 T-shirts for $10. You had to go to Spiegel's, and that was a warehouse at that time, you know. And we also wore the sweaters with collars. You would attach them to your sweaters and tie them around your neck. You know, in those years it was just like, and the girls, I wore a ponytail, a long ponytail, because all the boys would pull at the ponytail, you know. And they would, like I said, the clothing was polyester. Felt, gym shoes, and it was just the music. Everything was just great in those years.
She said something that I can't shake off. She said 3 T-shirts for $10. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds like more like a deal for today. Why does it seem like it's so much money back then? Let me know in the comments your thoughts about that. Do you think that was a good deal? Or do you think she may have been forgetting? Or, I mean, I don't know about the store. I think she said Spiegel's. So tell me your thoughts about it.
It really was, you know. And shirts were plaid.
Did the boys wear crepe sole shoes?
That's what, yes, they wore crepe sole, thank you. They wore crepe sole shoes.
If you could just say the boys.
The boys wore crepe sole shoes.
Let me ask you again, so because you kind of, you know,
okay.
Go ahead.
The boys wore crepe sole shoes, striped T-shirts, polyester pants, real tight. Some of them wore afros, and the thing with girls with ponytails, if they had them or something like that.
Okay, great.
What about the wallets? Did the boys have?
Did the boys carry wallets? What did they wear?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember about the wallets. What type of wallets? If they had money to put the wallets in, they would put it in their little pants pocket and go ahead on. We didn't do too much smoking and drinking. We were just doing a lot of playing with one another, baseball. We would go and have the boys would play against the girls. They even were trying to teach us how to play touch football. I know how to ride a bicycle backwards because they put us on a girl's bike. They would show us how to ride the bikes backwards. In fact, one of my friends, he's a newspaper editor now. He and Emmett, we all were friends too, and he's a big South Side newspaper agent now, and I see him now as I'm reflecting back on that, you know.
Okay, great. Let's cut. Okay, we're good.
Stanley, okay, this is Rome Tone.
I'm sorry, I was a little slow because when she said ride the bikes backwards, I wasn't thinking that uh, the person was physically turned backwards. For some strange reason, I was thinking that the bike was actually moving backwards. But once again, let me know in the comments, do you prefer the videos to be unedited, or would you prefer me to actually edit the videos? I want the videos to be raw and uncut so you can get all the information, but I'd like to know your preference.